Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today, and this is a different kind of video, a video that you'll see regularly on the channel where I'll be talking about the important topics regarding the Premier League. And today I'm going to discuss about should Ole Gunnar Solskjaer be sacked from his job. And I'm a Chelsea fan and I'm going to be absolutely unbiased, and this is just a Chelsea fan view on what Manchester United should do. So before we talk about the sacking, let's get to what's the landscape, why we have come to this situation. So quickly summing it up, United right now are 14 points in the 9 Premier League games. In the last 4 games, they've lost to Aston Villa 1-0, they drew to Everton 1-1, they've lost to Liverpool 5-0, and they lost to Leicester City 4-2, with winning against Atalanta 3-2 and Villarreal 2-1 in the Champions League. But in between that, losing also to young boys in the Champions League, and also being knocked out of the Carabao Cup by West Ham. So these have been the results why he's in trouble and why it's so near for him to getting sacked. Now, before I want to get to sacking, I'll just first tell you the score that when he began his Manchester United job, and if he gets sacked, then what could be his end team. So he started his first team with David De Gea, Ashley Young, Jones, Lindelof, Shaw. Young, Jones, Lindelof, Shaw were in the back four with David De Gea as a keeper, and then you had Herrera, Matic, Pogba in the midfield, and then you had Lingard, Rashford, Martial forming the front three in a 4-3-3 with a bench of Romero, Fellaini, Fred, Andres Pereira, Mata, Dalot, Bai. Now Manchester United, you can say most probably, if I have to think about the lineup, is Wan-Bissaka at the right, Luke Shaw at the left, Harry Maguire and Varane in the middle, then it's goalkeeper David De Gea, then it's Pogba, Bruno, along with a Fred or a McTominay or a Matic, and then a front three of Ronaldo, Greenwood, and Rashford or a Sancho. So this is now lineup, and there's a lot of depth. You have Martial, you've got Lingard, you've got Van de Beek, you've got McTominay, you've got Fred. So starting off with the first point, and that's you cannot discredit the work he has done overall. Should he be sacked? I'll be talking that in the next point. But if he's sacked or he's not sacked, you need to put at least some bit of perspective and some bit of respect that when he came, United were falling pieces. Their second place under Mourinho was an absolute false position. They weren't doing well. There was toxicity in the whole place. And this was their lineup. It wasn't going anyway. You had Young, you had Jones starting for Manchester United. And then you had Herrera, Matic, Pogba in midfield, which was a good midfield. But then you had Lingard, Rashford, Martial, where Martial again has some 6 good matches and some bad matches. Lingard was going through a rough patch at that time. And then you had Rashford, a young player who has really done a lot for his age. And then you had Luke Shaw at that time, who was absolutely out of confidence, was also unfit. And then a bench of Romero, Fellaini, Fred, Andres Pereira, Mata, Dalot, Bai. And now you've got players like Greenwood developing so well. You've got Wan-Bissaka, you've got Varane, you've got Maguire, you've got Van de Beek, you've got Fred, you've got McTominay, you've got David De Gea, you've got Ronaldo, you've got Sancho, you've got Rashford in a full form. So it's changed. United have become breading. Even if he's sacked, I can see another manager coming in and trying to do a good, fine enough job and can get the best of this side. Now moving on to the second point, and should he be sacked? Yes. I don't like to say these things because a person is losing his job and it doesn't look good to say these words. So in that way, I will say he should be relieved of his duties. But he was, first of all, never a good manager. He was I will always say one thing. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a very good man manager. He did not allow creating controversy. He got the confidence of his players up. He handled the Pogba Royal situation very, very well. He has handled the back situation of United very, very well. When he came after Mourinho toxicity, he talked to the players well. He got them motivated. He started to get results out of the team. The whole team still, you can see, fights for him. So he has done that good job. He has also built the squad well, brought some confidence into the youngsters, put the pad around their shoulder, whereas Mourinho will be a bit more strict, which is normal. It's his persona. So in that way, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done a very, very good job. But I always analyze manager on 4 aspects. And you can say 25 marks, 25 marks, 25 marks, 25 marks. Man management, squad building, tactical knowledge, and overall managing. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done, I will think, full mark in man management and squad building. He hasn't done that fine job in managing, but overall, I'm so sorry to say, but in tactics, should I even give him 10? Should I even give him 15 or 25? No. And that was always going to be the problem. To build a squad, to be a top 4 contender, to play some good football, he has done a good job. But now, when the pressure is on, when Manchester United want to win a trophy, they want to win Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, he hasn't got the tactics for that. He hasn't got a system for that. He hasn't got a proper pattern to play football in that. And when you don't have a proper tactical to use, you can have Ronaldo, you can have Lionel Messi, you can have Mbappe. You won't be able to do nothing with that when you don't have an idea of how to use your players. And the third point and the last point, which is another reason, that is arrogance has cost him, and it's having a very young coaching staff. Now I'm a Chelsea fan. I love Frank Lampard absolute bits, but Frank also did this mistake. He went with a very young coaching staff with no, you can say, proper club experience in tough situations. Like Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, they used to have Steve Holland up there along with them. Thomas Tuchel has got his man who are experienced. Frank went with very, very young coaching staff that cost him his job. Now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has Mike Phelan, but McKenna, Carrick, that's too young. So overall, in that point thinking, there's no system pattern in the team right now. Overall, it's not a top 4 team anymore. It's a good season finishing top 4. United need more than finishing top 4. And sadly, that's another reason he must go, because again, he'll go on a winning streak, then losing streak, and sadly, the cycle will never end. And the third part, and sadly, is overall the coaching staff that he has along with him. And there's nothing very inspiring about that. So I think these are the reasons that he should go. But overall, just finishing on that, you should not destroy the man's work he has done for Manchester United, that he has got them here. Have some respect. He's also a legend of the club, but also do not let that get over your head and cloud your judgment that, okay, he's a legend, so he's done a good job. You should also analyze him as a manager. And sadly, he has done a good job up till now, but for the final part, he's not the right manager for Manchester United. This was the video. If you agree and if you have some more points, please put in the comment section. And if you disagree, please give your reason, and let's have a respectful discussion. And please don't get angry. I just gave my opinion, and I've been absolutely as unbiased as possible. So thank you everyone. Thanks for watching.